For everybody's present here, I'll call this meeting to order for the Hotel Motel Tax Allocation Board. Do we need to take roll or no?
Oh, if you would like me to.
Don't have to. You're good without it?
Yeah,
I'm good without it then, okay. Okay, we'll discuss possibly approve the minutes from the August 13th, 2025 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Call for a vote.
Hawkins?
Here,
Oh, for the minutes?
sorry.
So, just to approve the minutes for the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Allen?
Yes.
Majors?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Dickinson?
Yes.
Item 3, discuss possibly recommend council action regarding the Hotel Motel Grant Final Expense Report for the Hot Rods on a Mission for a car show held September 13th, 2025 in the amount of $4,000. Would you tell us how that went?
Yeah. Well, the 2 days we had about 220 cars.
Not come up here with this.
So the 2 days we had about 220 cars. About a quarter of them was from out of state, from Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri. Our food truck pick was up 30% from last year. I mean, it went great. It was an awesome event. Community, the police department, and the mayor came out, sent a dunk tank all day. I mean, it was good. A great time.
Good deal. Any questions?
Yeah, just for clarification, how many people do you think spent the night that night, out of curiosity?
Probably about 20.
Okay. Good.
So it was kind of hard to find a hotel, being born and raised the same time too. But most of them did find cancellations and
Good.
stuff like that. The ones that booked ahead of time too.
Good. Awesome.
And I know the restaurants, JL's, was packed. We had dinner out there Friday night for the media and stuff like that, and a lot of people came out there. It was packed Friday night.
Good. Awesome.
So
Thanks for sharing. I'm glad it was such an awesome event for you. Glad we got to help contribute.
yeah, it wasn't. We didn't get quite the cars we was expecting, but it's still like 220 over 2 days is quite a bit.
Great
And
start.
you said 40 of those, approximately about 40 of those were from out of state?
Yeah. I know 15 was from Texas down by Dallas myself, and about 3 or 4 from Little Rock, and a bunch of them was up from St. Louis.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear it was a success for you guys.
And we already started planning next year's, and it's going to be bigger and better than this year's.
Perfect. That's all the questions I had.
I'll make a motion we approve the final expense report for $4,000.
Second it.
Call a vote? Okay. Allen?
Yes.
Majors?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Dickinson?
Yes.
Hawkins?
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Discuss, possibly recommend council action regarding Hotel Motel Grant Final Expense Report for Mays County Hope Dam Jam, September 6th, in the amount of $10,000. It was actually $2,500, so we'll have to amend it to say that when we make the motion.
I think it was actually 2,000.
I'll say, yeah.
2,000?
2,000, yeah.
Okay, that's great. Did you want to tell us how it went, or you have anything to?
It's in my report, but
Yeah.
we had an increase of 73 participants from the previous year. We had 10 different states represented, all the way from Washington.
Oh, wow.
People came, and we'll be back. We had 14% reported staying overnight in our hotels. Those are just the ones that responded to our surveys. So that's not all of them. 43% of the participants ate at local restaurants, and 15% shopped at our convenience stores and local retail shops.
Yeah, good event.
Thank you.
Can you send us a copy of would you mind, just the survey that you sent out
Yeah,
Because your information is really good, and I think that it would be a good thing to maybe for us to take a look at it and
you just want a copy of
Distribute
the
it.
questions or the results? Or
I'd love to see, how much it brought in, but just a copy of the questions is what
Okay.
would be good
Okay,
if we could.
yeah. We got about a 40% return on our surveys,
That's pretty good.
Good job.
That's actually really good.
yeah, so,
Y'all did a good job on it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we accept the final expense report for Mays County Hope in the amount of $2,000.
I'll second.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
Me,
You ready to?
calling for a vote for it to accept, yeah.
Okay, Majors,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Dickinson,
Yes.
Hawkins,
Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Item 5, discuss possibly recommend council action regarding hotel motel grant application for Pryor Area Chamber of Commerce Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival, October 17th, 18th, in the amount of $5,000.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I want to clarify before we start, and I listened to Barbara's point. She does have a point if I came in after the fact and I didn't request it prior to that. But I had requested this in early September, and we had to wait until we got into our meetings so I could actually get in front of you guys for this, okay? So that is in this year's budget. Yes, it did take place this weekend. It was very successful considering that we had rain, OSU football, OU football, fall break, and all those things that just kind of got in the way, right? But we did do our Placer AI information on here. We had over 3,000 people downtown and in the green space area during this event, which was really, really good. All the band members, we had 15 bands, every single band member stayed at Hotel Pryor, which is inside the city limits. We did not take them outside the city limits, we kept them inside. So all of that revenue came from there. The food that we bought came from JL's, from Mark and Marsh out at Mid-American Grill, and then all the different shops that were, some of the locations that were shopped during that festival. So we feel very confident that the money that we spent, and all the money was spent for marketing. It was also driven digital, did our Facebook, we paid for it out of that. We paid for radio spots, TV spots, and we also paid for the poster, and actually, which was done locally here in town. So we kept everything in town with the money that we spent, and it all went towards that event. And we feel that it wasn't as successful as last year, simply because it's a brand new event. We had the Barbecue Chili Festival the year before. Of course, we know that they separated from us and they went to Tahlequah this year. And we decided through Pryor Creek Events that we would do one and try it for this year. So we did Bluegrass and Barbecue, which we're hearing is very good raves about the event. And the bands, yes, they wasn't the upper class bands, but we've also had bands reach out to us now that know that we're established and want to come next year. So.
Were the entertainers pleased with?
They were every single one of them got up on stage and was very happy about the hospitality. In fact, we had the girls from the chamber running them back from the airport to the hotel, from the airport to their hotels, back and forth. So they were all very, very pleased with what we've done. And I will tell you that we've got some really good ideas for next year. We're going to make some changes which will hopefully make this event even better. And that's primarily when you have an event the first year, you see all the downfalls and all the things you can do differently. And we took a lot of notes, and we have a follow-up meeting next week to just sit down and go through everything that we can do differently for this event.
Will you keep it on the same weekend?
We're discussing that.
Because it's also fall break, and I know we
Yeah.
were out of town, lots of people are out of
I
town.
think
And
we're
we were
gonna
sad
move
that
it.
we
Yeah.
couldn't be there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to move it.
Okay.
Simply because of OSU homecoming, which is a big deal.
Oh, yeah,
OU's football game was at 11:30,
yeah.
and then we had the rain. We only missed 2 bands that didn't get to play. So out of all of that, we only missed 2 bands. And Friday night was a good evening as well. After we got everything set up, it was a good event. Just not the caliber of the year before when you've seen 10,000 people downtown. We were around that 3,000 to 3,500. And with that new Placer AI tool that we have, they've sent me the numbers today, so they pulled those numbers up, which actually pings off of your phone and tells you where they're at. All of the bands were either from Nashville or North Carolina that flew in here. So,
Except for our one local band that we love.
and a couple of, yeah, and one prior local band, so. But, and I want to reiterate, to Barbara's point, that makes sense what you said, because if I came in here and asked for it and I hadn't requested it prior to this, and come in and ask for it after the event, yes, I agree with you 1,000%. But I had already asked for it in advance and could not get in front of you until now, which happened to be the day after the event took place.
I think that after I'd spoken with him and he said that the money came in, my question on it is that we're giving money for an event. He's asking us to give money for an event that's already happened.
Right.
That could open up.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
That'd be like me having an event down here tomorrow and coming in and asking you next week for the money, but I hadn't requested it through Jay yet.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's on us. I mean, we need to put in the notes or somewhere, Jay, that really, that you cannot, this money has to be, the grant money has to be requested before the event. It's not to pay back expenses that are incurred during an event. Because his application was in early and it was us that didn't have the meeting to approve it. As long as it's okay, and Dean's, and I had also spoke about it, and you said you talked to the city attorney.
Did you ask Chase about that today, or did?
Mayor said that it's fine, as long as the board approves it, that we're allowed to do that. He did request it ahead of time. I emailed you guys in September to set up this meeting. It just takes a long time to get the meeting set up.
When did you submit your format?
It was in early September.
Early September. That's been a while
So
since
what?
we got
It was early September.
And then remind me, I could be mistaken, however, I think, whenever we talked about, your overall budget, and you kind of gave us, a ballpark idea of what you're looking for the chamber and what we could help contribute.
Right.
And we're open to what we were wanting to see from you as well, and we
And
appreciate it.
I have multiple events that I'm gonna be giving money out of that budget for.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
At that time, correct me if I'm wrong, you had mentioned, I think, that there were at least two that you would be requesting money for.
Yeah, and
And
it
I
was
think
these
these
two.
were these two,
Yeah,
right?
it was the Okie
Okay.
Homestead, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So that's why when I saw it originally way back then, that's why it didn't click with me, because I thought that we had really kind of already covered that for the most part. So, okay, good.
So like.
It was more
what
just
we're gonna
discussion
use,
though.
So the boat sport and tackle show, we're gonna pull money out of the chamber for that.
Right, yep,
And
yep.
the Christmas parade for the stage. and
Correct,
all
that was the
stuff,
other big
we'll
one.
pull
Yep.
money out of our.
But this is not just you guys, this is Pryor Creek events, correct? You're just doing
Yes.
this on behalf of them.
I'm just doing this on behalf of, well, yeah, as part of, to try, and you gotta think about the money that we made, all of this money's going back into the system. And so, with the EDTA, so the EDTA fronts the money, and then we go out and get the talent and all of that stuff, and then they go get sponsorships to bring that back in to try to put, so in other words, we're trying to bring the pot back to even again. And so, the money that we're using from the hotel motel tax is a result of people going to the hotel motel tax, or going to the hotels and staying, which is the bands and the food and the shopping and everything down here. So that just helped pay for all of our marketing. And I have receipts, and yes, the event has taken place, I already have receipts, but I know I can't do it at the same meeting, so I will be submitting those to Jay soon for your next regular, and I'm okay until we have a regular scheduled meeting. I know this is a special meeting until we have a regular scheduled meeting, and then you'll see those receipts.
Does this event make money, or is
It's a break even.
it breaks even?
It's a break even.
This year it breaks even?
Yes,
or
that's what
did
you
it
think
last
it
year,
will
did it
this
make
year?
money?
This year, I don't know, I hadn't seen all the numbers. I know last year we made $24. We spent 75 and we made 24. This year they spent closer to 100,000 because the talent went up. And so I don't know the final numbers. That's Adam, the EDTA will give those numbers at their next meeting.
Do you remember what the uptick was in sales tax revenues last year?
They were significant. Yeah, during that month they were significant. But you got to keep in mind, it was also Rocklahoma,
Yeah.
born and raised, Bluegrass and Chili, Dam Jam, County Fair. I mean, it all happened at the same time. So this year, because we pushed that back to October, then we start looking at the October numbers, we'll see
Right.
what that uptick will be.
That's true. I forgot about that, yeah.
So,
Well, it was a big undertaking. Congratulations
it was,
to
and
everyone
it was just
involved.
that stinking weather, kind of hurt us.
Yeah.
But to only have not get to see two bands, I think that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Pryor Creek events, is that a 501c3 or is that just a marketing tool
We'd have to ask Adam that because he's the one that put that together. So I don't know if he's officially made that a 501c3 or if it's just Pryor Creek Events,
I'm
an
just
organization.
of curious when I saw it?
And Pryor Creek Events is made up of the Chamber, the Main Street, EDTA, and the city. The four horsemen, what everybody calls us,
So right now it's just more of a
which is
marketing.
war and death and
Are you gonna tell us who's?
I'm thinking about the Fab Four or something.
I'm gonna make a motion, we approve this grant for $5,000 for the Prairie Chamber of Commerce for Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival.
I'll second.
Call for
Okay,
vote.
Williams,
Yes.
Dickinson,
Yes.
Hawkins,
Yes,
Allen,
Yes.
Majors.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate you chatting with us about
I'm
it.
just gonna stand up here because I'm next to the
Next.
Yeah.
Next item is recommend council action regarding hotel motel grant for Prairie Chamber of Commerce for Okie Homestead exemption in the amount of $3,500.
Yeah, so they've reached out to us, and for the last 4 years in a row, we've given them, well, the first year we gave them 5,000, but then we cut it back to 3,500, but that's all for marketing. And this is a huge event, and it keeps getting bigger every single year. This year, she's saying she's gonna have somewhere around 150 vendors, which will be here out at the event center. And then all the people stay in the hotels and eat at the restaurant for that whole weekend, and all the prep in advance when they're putting everything together. So all of that goes to that.
Is this something where this number can get smaller each year, or maybe
We can, yeah. Yeah, it's just,
it's a for-profit company, right, coming in to do it?
no, I think it's a
it's all, it's a 501c, yeah. Yeah.
But it would be talk to her and see if she can do a report for us
Okay,
on,
can do that.
you know, what she's expecting and what has been going
I
on
will.
with it.
I will. She can do it.
If it continues to grow, is the event center, is it at the event center or
It's
the
the event
expo?
center, so they have it inside, outside, and in the barn. All of the vendors set up in the barn.
Okay, so there's plenty of room for growth,
Yeah,
because that was what I was
and
wondering.
it, it's
is
the
if she's
freeze
gonna
dry,
do
it's
it.
the honeybees, it's the, how to kill a hog, it's, it's, cracklings, I mean, you name it, it teaches you anything and everything about being off the grid, pretty much. Solar, all of that
Well,
stuff.
I feel like that's probably gonna
I
get more
know.
popular.
I know I personally was trying to get us to move away from giving money to successful events that are proven to be successful and more into seeding new events
Yeah.
or like the
100%.
Blues and Barbecue that might need us to get over the hump to get to that successful thing. So
I'll have a conversation with
I
her.
think you're on the same page as that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because we had originally started out at 5,000, and then we knocked it back to 3,500. So I think the last two, this would be the second year in a row at 3,500.
Yeah.
So maybe next year I knock it back to
$2,000.
$2,000.
We'll all remember that, I'm sure.
Well, you remembered the last conversation we had, so I'm counting on you to remember it.
I'll make a motion, we approve the hotel motel grant application for Okie Homestead exemption amount of $3,500.
I'll second it.
Call for a vote.
Dickinson,
Yes.
Hawkins,
Yes,
Allen,
Yes.
Majors,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Just keep in mind, this will not take place until March of 2026.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So,
That's why it feels like we just talked about it, because we were just talking about last year.
So
or
you
I
could
guess
have
this
waited
year.
like 6 more months.
No, Barbara.
be in the same position he is on
But
the
it
last
came
one.
from the previous.
yeah, so we will give them the money now because they will use that for all marketing.
Yes.
To get the event ready to go, and so we'll go ahead and give them the money. and then I'll
It just feels
get
like
ours
we're
back.
always
I
talking
can wait
about
until
it.
2026, or I can
I've seen them already posting things.
throw it on the
Yeah,
next
no.
meeting, however you guys want to do it.
Thanks, Houston.
Thank you.
I'll turn in the receipts, I'll let Jay decide when she wants.
Okay, item 7, discuss and possibly recommend council action regarding hotel motel grant application from Santa's Christmas Village to be held December 6, 2025 in the amount of $250.
I'm asking a lot here. Don't want to break you guys.
I know, I appreciate you being cognizant of that.
This is our 5th year having this. I'm overwhelmed. As fast as it's grown, I wanted it to grow every year, and it's just exploded the last couple of years. The last year, when my wife and I got here at about 1:45, the line was about 3 blocks long already. They said they started lining up at 11:30 that morning. We saw a little over 900 kids in 3 hours. Our photographer took over right at 500 photos and printed out the photos. I know we had, not only from Oklahoma, but we had people from Dallas, Wichita, Kansas, Branson, Missouri area, and Arkansas came in. And I know the people from Dallas and the Wichita and Arkansas stayed in the hotels. I don't know about, well, the Missouri one was, their parents lived here. But they all found out about it on Facebook, or they had relatives or something who lives here that told them about it. And actually, the 2 ladies that drove in from Dallas, they brought their 7 grandkids with them, and one of the grandkids wanted a bike. And so they were like, we weren't expecting this, now we got to figure out how to get this bike back to Dallas. But it's all free for the kids. Barbara let me start being the Santa Claus when Mr. Chronister stepped down. And this is just something I had in my head to do, to give back to my hometown. And, it's all through donations from businesses and individuals. We still have 600 backpacks for ages 2 to 12. And then we buy presents for toddlers under 2, 150 of those. So we're buying 750 gifts, basically. We got 2 churches involved. One gives away stocking caps. One gives away gloves to the kids. So when they come in, the first thing they do is see Santa, me. They get a photo taken. It's printed off on site, and they get the picture. Then they get the backpack full of stuff. Now it's actually like Christmas trick or treat. They just go around the room and start getting stuff from everybody. And then in the middle we have bicycles, big dollar item stuff that each kid gets an entry into to win. So last year was just, like I said, it was amazing. And I was very tired after it was over with, I'll tell you that. But it's just, we've been blessed. The community's been great. Now when my wife and I start going out and fundraising, we walk in the door, these people with businesses start telling us about what they heard about last year and says, how much you need this year? What do y'all got planned for this year? So it's been good. It's been good. And Tulsa actually approached me about doing this for them. I said, no. I got asked this year about, hey, we're here about this deal you're doing in Pryor. Would you do it in Pryor? No. This has turned into basically a 12-month job. I'm retired, and I take January off. And then about February, we start looking for stuff. And last year, the International Santa Claus Association is big about volunteer hours, and they send you a deal every year to fill out. And Steve Arnold called me this year and said, Robert, I'm not doubting, I just want to make sure this is right. And I said, Steve, it's correct. And Tracy and I were awarded the most volunteer hours last year at 372 hours putting this together. And so that's all international everywhere. But, it's for the kids. That's the main thing. And a lot of my schoolmates, classmates help. and former teachers. And I tell them all, I said, you know, we don't know what these kids' home life's like. I said, let's make them, you know, a night to remember. And if a 4-year-old's wanting a teddy bear, crying for a teddy bear, give them the teddy bear. I said, I don't want to take any of this stuff home, you know. So it's been good. And we get so many people, parents and grandparents both, with tears in their eyes, thinking it's because their kids wouldn't be getting anything else if it wasn't for this. So.
Man, this is a very successful event. I know you've been doing it forever, and you've put a lot of time and effort going around getting all donations to fund it. And I know I've heard this money is to cover the rent for the building.
Yes.
And, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer that I would be for this because you're doing everything we want you to do. I think the only thing I've heard anybody say is that we need to talk to our city councilors to see why they're sending you here and not just giving you the building for free in the first place. So,
Dean, that was
it is what it is.
That was a shocker to me, buddy. Like, you know, I called you when I left the meeting.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, they're wanting me to file for this tax grant or whatever. And
yeah, you're not
making
any money off this. You're not charging a fee.
Tracy and I make nothing. I mean, you know, we make our money doing Santa anywhere else. You know, last year we did 108 events in November and December. We drove 2,300 miles and I never left Oklahoma.
You actually feel like people are coming into town from not just
the
region
Yes.
as a destination for this?
When, you know, parents will tell us, or grandparents say, we drove from Kansas or we drove, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when there's a little lull, like when the photographers having to change the paper in the machine that print, I sit there, I talk to the kids, but I get to talk to them a little bit longer, you know, and find out and stuff. And I'm like, how'd y'all find out about it? And they point to their parents, and they said, we seen it on Facebook. We have friends here that told us about it and everything. So, you know, I mean, they come from, I know they come from all around. I mean, they come from Tulsa, Ulagal, Veneta, Jinx, you know, stuff like that. Wagner come, and the week after, about Wednesday or Thursday, I got a phone call, and it was the owner of the Boomerang Diner. He said, "Is this Robert Taylor?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Well, are you the one that put on the Santa deal across the street?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I just want to thank you. We had our busiest day we've ever had since we've been open." So I heard they were bringing over selling hot chocolate to everybody in line and stuff. So, you know, and one of those breaks, I had a little girl on my lap, and it was towards the end, and I asked her, I said, "You know, sweetie, how long you been? You've been in line a long time." She said, "Yes, Santa, we have." And I said, "Do you know how long you've been?" And she said, "About 2 hours and 20 minutes." And I said, "I'm so sorry, you know, there's just a lot of people here today." And she just looked up at me. She said, "It's all worth it, Santa, just to see you." You know, so.
This is such an amazing event.
Yeah. Well, they're going to get blown away this year. I'm telling you, we've had 5 pallets of toys donated to us already. A couple weekends ago, we had a truckload of wrapping paper, and my wife got this great idea: we need to wrap all these presents.
Oh.
So we did it at the American Legion. I put it out on Facebook, and we had 31 elves, I say, showed up. And I didn't know, I thought there's no way they're going to get all these done. They wrapped almost 950 presents in less than 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't believe it. I'm still, it just blows me away that they were able to do that. I thought it was going to take a week to do all that. But anyway, when I went up, like Dean said, when I went before the city council, they said I needed to, suggested I file for this grant to pay for the building for the week. And I found out it's, because we have it Monday through Monday. We got the Monday and Tuesday, the Thunderbird kids come and help set up. Wednesday, we stuff backpacks. Anyway, so they said, I found out how much it was, and it's $250.
So you start on Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
So you need the building
December 1st. And then Sunday, we're busy doing stuff in Tulsa. We got a couple deals that we always do. Then Tracy and I come over on Monday, and my nephew, and we load everything up. So we got it Monday to Monday,
So Monday is the first day you need access to the building.
December 1st, yes.
And then you vacate totally like on Friday or Saturday?
On the following Monday,
Oh, the following Monday?
yes, yeah. So I have it for 8 days, yeah. Yeah, because I can't get over, we got Christmas parties at the Golf Club of Oklahoma we do, and a couple other corporate parties on that Sunday. And so I do not schedule anything on that Monday, and we come over here and clean it up, box everything up, take everything back to the storage unit. And, that's it.
I want to make a motion, we accept this hotel motel grant application from Santa's Christmas Village in the amount of $250.
Second.
4
Thank you all.
seconds.
Hope I didn't
Call for a vote.
Hawkins,
Yes.
Allen,
Yes.
Majors,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Dickinson.
Yes.
With that, I say meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Was I meeting up?
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah, thank you all. That flyer, I printed